From the shotgun, Penix completes. It's Bijan Robinson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Penix on third down. It's into the hands of Mooney. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Man in motion here. On first down, here's Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Another run for Henry. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the...
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From just shy of midfield on second down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that takes them to third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They motion the tight end over. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Oh my, it's take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Yards out of the play and move the chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Penix on 1st down. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And that tackle stopped.
There's heat. That blitz coming off the snap. That QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running left is Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice. The dude's down there or the dude next to me up here?
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they've got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll stick with Chandler. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just...
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go. 19 light.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he gets in, touchdown! The Vikings start to fight back with their first points of this game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Went after trying good by Reichert. And the Vikings tie this game 7-7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Here's Penix to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Trying for it with Penix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ivan Pace has got it. And he makes the Mets go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running back, motioning right. 3rd down, it's Penix. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Falcons looking for a score before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Penix looking to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. A give left side. Here's Robinson. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Bach trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
4th and forever coming up. Putting a receiver in motion. 4th down, here's Penix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. A surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. And this one doesn't go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Back to the air, McCarthy. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Smith able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Chandler again. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Working quickly here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from the 41. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Running once more with Henry. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That'll be caught. Here's Ty Chandler. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He puts some air under this one. Deep right. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
A 44-yard attempt.
Smith able to put it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. That throw finds Algier. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Running back sent in motion left. From the 33 on 2nd down. Getting out to his left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Pitts brings it in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. Offense up to the line fast. Running back sent in motion. And again, it's Penix. Flush down out to his left. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And now the give for Bijan. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Penix now. That one's complete over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Falcons will have a first.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Working quickly here. Here's Robinson. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he finds it in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings stretch it to a 2-score game in the fourth. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Vikings electing not to kick it. The offense staying out there. They're going for 2. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Who set it down, score him at the 38. Penix out 1st down. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Here's 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. London going to motion over right. 3rd down, it's Penix. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Penix now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Motioning him from the slot right. On 1st down, here's Penix. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 10. Penix to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Vikings have it now on his 8th pick of the year. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Chandler. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he goes out a little short of the 40. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
The 15-yard line.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it's a win for the Vikings. So to the victor go the spoils, Brock, as they celebrate the win. That's a positive feeling that you know is going to carry through the week ahead.
And it makes everybody in the building feel better. It does, from the secretary to the coach to the owner. And it makes all the practices, the film rooms, the workouts a lot easier over the next couple days. Nobody wants to slog through those